The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the Temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Chiefs... The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the Temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And it's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 59 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more,
to put it mildly.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Williams, the ball carrier. He was brought down at his 49-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. 6-0 our score after 1.
Eagles 6, Packers nothing.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Packers take take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Packers.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Williams, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jannard Avery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
3rd down.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown, 58 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wentz now to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers caught left side. Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Rodgers, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw is Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Sanders, the Eagle ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Packers' 31-yard line.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jannard Avery, his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 13 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Wentz. The quick slant caught. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Packers get a score closer. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Another run here with Sanders. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Sanders. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 25.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz, letting one go deep for the end zone. And no, it's incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. On second down now, it's Sanders, and he's dropped right at the 4. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Another run with Sanders. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He finds some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL Football. Super Bowl 57.
And the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Give to Cook out of the gun. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs are going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what?
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jonathan Grenard in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. J.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. The danger of a pump that good, a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. First carry from Matt Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This up only to about the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, Cook. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's caught inside the 30. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 74 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down the 15-yard line. Well, he went on the the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in. And his guys have taken the lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They run it with Breida. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on 1st down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and
on 2nd down. It's Cook, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 3.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop. Now we got a football game going.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. After it, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And touchdown. Will Fuller, 74 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. It wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Madison. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off of play action, it's Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Watson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Cousins. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will take this all the way out past the 40-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing is Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 11 yards there. 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Johnson the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now it's Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Watson now to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
They run again with Breida. Very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Jordan Akins, 51 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hold.
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3rd quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Fights through and now a crease. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Madison. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And Thielens got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
These guys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. This is Breida. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of the first down.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Down right around the 25. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, 1st down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Able to slither by. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose you. Back at the 17.
Brings up 3rd down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Vikings take over 1st and
Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means,
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 31, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Got him open man, finding Jefferson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. 1st down, Vikings.
At the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins again. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock.
Timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Green, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harris. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.